Welcome back to Strange Monkey Reviews, ladies and gentlemen. And if you read that title, that's right. Strange Monkey's going all out. 4 films and 1 mega review. So, up first, we're heading into the blood-soaked backwoods of Mississippi with an all-new, fresh horror flick. Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler and starring the always intense Michael B. Jordan ×2. In Sinners, twin brothers Smoke and Stack return to their roots, ready to open a juke joint and bring some soul back into the hometown. But surprise, surprise, trouble's brewing in the shadows. Enter Remick, a vampiric menace with a serious taste for blood. He's targeting Sammy, Smoke's cousin, whose voice might just hold supernatural power. This movie drips with Southern Gothic style, bluesy atmosphere, and sharp teeth. Michael B. Jordan gives us double the drama as both brothers, and Wunmi Mosaku and Delroy Lindo bring some serious acting fire. Haley Steinfeld and Jack O'Connell, solid, but let's be real. Remnick's creepy charisma steals the show. That man is vicious, and you don't want to mess with him. The soundtrack slaps. The scares are stylish, and Coogler knows how to blend horror with heart. If you're into vampires who don't sparkle but bite, and you dig a little soul in your scares, Sinners is your kind of nightmare. So with that being said, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen Sinners, you need to already. Sinners is a masterpiece. Some of you might disagree with me, but I'm telling you, years from now, people will see it as a masterpiece. It's one of the most original, it's just a fresh take on the horror genre, okay? We need that right now. For those of you who complain, oh, we have too many remakes, we have too many reboots, we want something original. Okay, well, you got it. Alright, so up next, we're blasting off into deep space terror with Ash, the mind-bending nightmare from Flying Lotus. This one's got mystery, murder, and some serious trippy visuals. Isa Gonzalez stars as an astronaut who wakes up on a lonely space station with her entire crew slaughtered. Done. Outta here. Who knows what happened? Cue the paranoia, because here comes Aaron Paul claiming he's there to rescue her. But can she trust him? Or is he part of something way more sinister? That is quite the mystery, horror freaks. It's got a really great supporting cast. You throw in Iko Uwais, Kate Elliott, Beulah Coley, and Flying Lotus himself, and you got a cast that's out of this world. The film is drenched in atmosphere with a heavy dose of sci-fi horror, and a plot that keeps you guessing until the very end. You guys are always out there talking about cosmic horror as such a unique genre, subgenre. You know, movies like The Thing and The Blob, stuff like that. Well, of course, maybe we can throw in Alien, Event Horizon, The Void, stuff like that. If you're into movies like that, then you're gonna love Ash. Incredible stuff, okay? So with that being said, Ash is one hell of a good time, Strange Monkey approved. You need to give this one a chance. Alright, so now we're going to take a little detour and go into the heartland of horror with Clown in a Cornfield, directed by Eli Craig. And it's based on the novel written by Adam Cesar. I almost forgot who it was, but that's not a blooper. I got it. Anyway, so if you are scared of clowns and if you're scared of cornfields, well, buckle up. The story follows Quinn, played by Katie Douglas, and her dad as they move to the small town of Kettle Springs for a fresh start. But small town drama turns into full-blown terror when a creepy clown starts picking off the locals one by one. And he's not here to juggle any objects, he's not here to blow up balloons or throw firebombs into the air. No, folks, he's here to slaughter everybody in his way. You cannot mess with this guy. With a cast that includes Aaron Abrams, Carson McCormick, Kevin Durand, and the always funny Will Sasso, this flick is packed with bloody mayhem, social tension, and good old-fashioned slasher fun. It is chaotic and it doesn't hold back, which is what we need. This is very reminiscent of your typical 80s slasher. Maybe one that is not as popular as all the other 80s slashers, but one that sticks out, that's unique and you'll remember forever. Clown in the Cornfield. Shamelessly entertaining. I highly recommend it. Good stuff. Last but not least, we are diving headfirst into everyone's favorite death-defying franchise, Final Destination: Bloodlines, directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein. It brings a fresh twist to the series, with Caitlin Santajuana playing a college student haunted by deadly visions passed down from her grandmother. Yeah, you heard that right, folks. Death does not forget, and he does not like to be cheated or toyed with. The film's got everything you want. Creepy premonitions, jaw-dropping death scenes, and then a creepy, chilling legacy that traces all the way back to 1968. With a great cast including Tio Briones, Richard Harmon, Owen Patrick Joyner, Anna Lore, Brett Basinger, and the horror legend himself, Tony Todd, in one of his final roles. This entry is packed with suspense and reverence for the films that came before it. The kills, brutal. The tension, cranked up to 11. And the ending, oh man. Chef's kiss. Okay? Final Destination: Bloodlines, once again, is one hell of a good time, Strange Monkey approved. And let's get serious for a little bit here. Rest in peace to Tony Todd. This was his final role as William Bloodworth. It was great to see him back in the franchise. Thank you, good sir. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I reviewed 4 films in one video. Look at that. Hard worker right here, ladies. In all seriousness, I've been a little busy, so I needed to play catch up, and here we are. Anyway, have you guys seen any of these 4 movies? And if you've seen them all, what did you think of them? Let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe, click on that notification bell if you like this video, and be sure to check out some of my older videos as well if you like this, or if you're new here. Follow me on all of my social media platforms and have yourselves a good fright. And be sure not to trust any more pennies from now on. If you know, you know.